Okay, I just briefly wanted to put out just a little bit of information going forward, okay? And for that Hidden Figures project, some of the questions that maybe some of you had not had the opportunity to write down or maybe missed it was when the three main characters that we have is Dorothy Vaughan is one, and of course you have Catherine Goebel, and then I think Mary Jackson was the other one. Okay, so the assorted profession of each and every one of those, okay, was Dorothy, okay, Dorothy Vaughan. She was, I think she's going to be a computer scientist. We just haven't quite got that far yet because what role does she play? She's a supervisor in the East Wing at NASA, okay? So that's what her role would have been. Of course, Catherine Goebel is the mathematician, and I think on your paper it says Mr. Harris. I couldn't remember if it was Mr. Harris or Mr. Harrison is the director of that program at NASA, and that's played by Kevin Costner. And in that part, okay, one of the aspects he said, trying to find someone that actually knows geometry. And of course, that's where Catherine Goebel's role comes in. And the role that she played was, what type of geometry does she specialize in? Is it Euclidic or analytic? And of course, what Mr. Harris had requested was someone who knows analytic geometry. And that's part of the dialogue that Catherine Goebel's character actually says, I prefer analytic geometry over Euclidean. Okay, what did she get mistaken? What did she get mistaken for? That was a custodian as opposed to a mathematician. That was a question on there. The car trouble that they had, of course, that was the starter in that. I don't know what type of car that was. Maybe a '58 Chevy, something along those lines. Let's see here. What else was possibly some of them? I'm trying to do this from memory, and I think some of the pilots they talk about is John Glenn and Al Shepard, I believe. Okay, and of course, so the part of the joke was the qualification is that they had to be handsome, and with that, that's part of the dialogue in the movie then as well. Okay, a lot of them are Air Force pilots, and there's one of them that is a pilot in the Marine Corps, and I'll let you decipher what that was from the dialogue in the movie. Okay, so I thought, well, let's just throw a problem up here. I'll save that for tomorrow. Should that be learning from home again for those of you who possibly chose to tune in to this? We'll do a review problem, and just keep in mind that part one is multiple choice and matching, and we may switch those depending upon how long this winter storm is going to keep us at home, because we can always switch that and have part two, the problem solving, on Tuesday, and part one, which is heavy on hidden figures, have that on Wednesday then. But that's something that we will discuss at that time. I just wanted to, again, roll some of that information out that you might find useful. Okay, so we will have you tune in tomorrow if we're at home, and hopefully we're all back together in class at that time. Okay, we'll catch up to you next time.